This is Kitzur Yomi as we continue with the eighth parak, the eighth Siman in Kitzur, and we are up to Sif Vav. Says the Kitzur, Afilu Lilmoid Asulay Lahaschel Mishala Amudashach. Continuing to discuss that which one is not allowed to do before davening. Says the Kitzur, even to begin learning, you are not allowed to from Amud Shachar. I apologize, we just lost the end of that sif. Mishala Amud Shachar. Once daybreak comes, Mishala Amud Shachar. Excuse me. If you go to shul and you're not worried you're going to miss the zman because you're going to stop learning to go to shul, then mutter lai, then you're allowed to learn at home. Continues the Kitzur. If you learn with other people, let's say you give a shir. So if you don't learn with them right now, they're not going to learn. But you still have to be cognizant and careful that you're not going to miss the zman tefillah. And with that, we move on to the ninth chapter, and we move on to the halachas of tzitzis. Says the Kitzur in Sif Aleph, Gedayla mitzvah tzitzis arei akasav shkalav etalabai. Because the Torah equates it and connects it. Kol mitzvahs kulam shenem arisa masayus chartam is kol mitzvahs Hashem. By seeing the tzitzis, you remember all the mitzvahs of Hashem. The word tzitzis in Gematria is 613. Tzitzis in Gematria sheish me'os, it's 600. Va'achutin, Shmaina Chutin is 608. V'chamisha Ksharim, the 5 knots, is 613. Therefore, Sarich Kol Ish Liyos Nizar, to be careful, Sheloi Talis Katan, Shemalubash Kol Hayoim. Says the Kitzur, once you have a talis katan that he wears the whole day, and over here in the note on the bottom, in note number 6, they say that the Kitzur is really coming to address one of the very famous and obvious kashas. That, of course, the Torah only says that if you're wearing a 4-corner garment, you have to put on tzitzis. But nowadays, we do not wear 4-cornered garments. And therefore, the minhag has become, they quote Ramosha Feinstein over here, to wear a talis katan so that we could get the incredible schar of this mitzvah. And the truth is, in those words of Ramosha are hidden a lot. That Ramosha learns that this has become the minhag of Klal Yisrael. And once that has become the case, there would be something that one is not allowed to say, no, it's a mitzvah kiyumis, I don't want to do it. No, what do you mean? Ramosha says, this is the minhag. V'yishal tzemer achilim, says the Kitzur, shmid out of wool, loven, white, v'gadol kishir, large as the right shear, the hainu ha'utz, the shear, shlosh reva amma bayrech, 3/4 of an amma. Note 10, they point out it's between 14.2 and 17.1 inches. V'chatzi amma bereich of half an amma wide. V'yish oimrim amma al amma should be 1 amma al 1 amma, which is between 19 and 20. 3 inches wide, and this is where the numbers, a size 18 tzitzis is about 18, is usually 18 inches, and so you can see which will be a drop small. 22 inches will be a little bit better. 24 will be even a little bit more shitas. If you sew it up on the sides, and of course by undershirt tzitzis, this is a big concern. Shemikol tzad patzuach has to be open on each side. Roiv anir le'enayim. Not just roiv, but roiv anir le'enayim, which is a majority which you can see with your eye. Vafiyah de krosim le'chubar, it should not even be closed with hooks. So something important that even if it's going to have some closure on the side, and a lot of them have snaps, it should be open roiv anir le'enayim. I will just point out that these line about hooks, about snaps, is a debated point, and there are those are more makel on the snaps as long as they could be opened and is opened at times. Yam kol adam nizar, everyone should be careful. She talis gadol b'tzitzis. She have talis gadol. She's atim b'b'shas tefillah that one wears when they daven. V'yadeh she talis nice. She have a beautiful talis chinkel on mitzvahs. Sarach lasas b'hider kol ma she'efshar. Of course, is a halach of hider mitzvah. Techsev zekeli vanveus Hashem. I'll beautify their shinan isnal levanim mitzvahs. How do we beautify Hashem? By doing the mitzvahs in a beautiful manner, redacting tzitzis meishnaman from a trustworthy person, shebatuach. They can be careful. Shenasa they were made b'tvia ushezira, spinning and twisting b'firish lishma. Ukemitzvasan v'aruking sharon. It should be the appropriate length, long, and This, of course, is the reason why we have hechsherim on our tzitzis and why one should be careful to buy tzitzis with an appropriate hechsher in order to make sure that you are being yotzei the mitzvah. So the Kitzur baskin, without even realizing, we learned it has to make of wool. Says the Kitzur, if it's impossible to only to have a linen garment, says the Kitzur Sheyev Shalas Shel Semer, you can't make it out of wool. Misham Iser Shanes Yish Mishaimer Diasik Enough Shel Ar. So the problem is if the garment is out of linen, but the strings are out of wool. So if you have a linen garment, you can't put on woolen strings. So what should you do? You should make the corners out of leather, and on the leather corners you can put the woolen tzitzis. Some argue you should not do this. I don't think this is so relevant as people do not have linen tzitzis nowadays. Tzitzis continues the Kitzur Sif Gimel, the hole that you put the tzitzis through it. It should not be at a distance from the edge of the garment. Length or width. Yoiser min shleisha agudolin. Agudolin is a thumb width. So the tzitzis should not be more than 3 thumb widths away. On the bottom in note 21, they point out this is between 0.8 and 0.95 inches. That's between 2.3 and 2.8 inches. And this is measured in a straight line from the hole down and across, not in a diagonal. So you should be careful that the hole is within this distance. Yes. The narrow place of the thumb, look in the Shari Tshuva. Says the Kitzur, if you put the tzitzis at a higher, further from the corner, Loi mikri knafa beged is not called the corner, ella beged itself, so you have to have the tzitzis in the corner. V'masa tzenek, if you make the whole amalim mishasha gedolin, avvisha bekoisha, since even when you tie the tzitzis mishach sekesha, you pull it, and now the hole comes closer to the corner, umakmin es atalis, and wrinkles up the talis, ad shabah nekev lamata, till the nekev now is within 3 agudalim, mikomakom pulses. You have to make sure that the whole of your garment, of course, when you buy tzitzis, they take care of all these things, that the whole has to be within 3 agudalim of the corner. If after you hung the tzitzis, it's higher up, then you cut the hole and it comes closer. Why? A very important rule that when tzitzis are made, it has to be made b'kashrus. Can't be made in a way it's possible and afterwards fix it. Now this in the flip side, the nekev, the hole can't be too close to the corner. Less than the shir that there is min a kesher amsoy shall gadol, the middle joint of the thumb at soif at sipirin until the end of your thumb. And they write over here, see in the appendix to figure out the exact measurement. Why kilomatam is that gamlo making knafs down in the corner? Elatachas I can if it's called underneath the corner. If it's going to be closer to the corner, that itself will be a problem. Let's say the hole is too far away. By tightening the knot, like folds it up a little bit. Now it's less than kosher. Then lemaisa, it's going to be kosher. The threads that are at the edge of the talis, they're not sewn onto the talis. If they're part of the shear, you should cut off those threads. And the truth is, there are wonderful picture books, definitely recommended, where one could see very simply exactly what the Kitzur here is referring to. Chasidim have this minhag, they make 2 holes, like a seir machlisa b'shteim tzitzis, ve'hin tuliyas al talis b'machotz, and it's hanging on the outside of the talis. This is, Chasidim have this minhag that they have 2 holes in the corner, not just 1. And that is a minhag. And we'll point out, if that is one's minhag, great. If that is not one's minhag, then it's probably not the right thing to get such tzitzis. So far we've discussed the incredible chiyuv, we'll use the words, the incredible ma'ila, the mitzvah, and we started learning that the hole in the corner, one has to be careful that it is in the right place. We'll pick it up from here, b'siyata dishmaya.